Hey guys, James here, and looky here, a media list again. I'm doing it differently this time, comparatively to the edited thing of just talking about these individually, where I'm doing a full-on tier list from the get-go instead of like a stream at the end. Just because I want to change things up a bit. I know many people didn't really watch those, but I had fun doing it, so I kind of want to keep doing it again. And, you can kind of see my January media here, because obviously we're starting with January. And, this is the stuff from January. Things like 16. It's saying 5 here, I don't know why. But, again, this is very unscripted, just me kind of giving my loose thoughts on everything. And, yeah, I don't really have much more to say. I don't know how edited this will be. But, from starting out, we got Black Lagoon Volume 1. And for all the manga here, all of it's free run but this. I have it, I have the volumes right in front of me. Just kind of give myself refreshers. I started this in December, actually, but I didn't finish until early January. But, Black Lagoon Volume 1, I like it. I like Black Lagoon. It's definitely a series I want to get more into. I binged the anime in the start of 2024, and I had a feeling it didn't cover the whole manga. I don't know, it was where it ended, it was like, it feels like there should be more to the story, but there wasn't in the anime, so maybe the manga will. I might kind of, I might try getting more into the manga this year, but Black Lagoon Volume 1, I'll probably put it in great. These aren't going to be ordered for the time being. Maybe later I will order them, but Volume 1 of Black Lagoon I found to be overall great. I enjoy the main cast quite a lot. I definitely think they all bounce off each other pretty well while still being able to work on their own. I don't know why I'm out of breath, but the stuff in this very well covered. I like the art, I like the characterization, I like everything here. I think it's great. At some point I do want to get more into the Black Lagoon manga, like I've been saying, but yeah, no, Volume 1 great. And then Cats, the 2019 movie. I never saw it in theaters because, I mean, look at it. But I had a DVD because I found an unopened copy at Goodwill. I'm like, fuck it, sure, for the bit. And during in a Discord server, the topic of cats came up because of a fucking discussion of furries, and this came up, and there's people were saying how awful the designs looked, and I remembered I have a DVD copy of this. I could stream it to everyone in the worst way possible by literally just putting my laptop facing the fucking television, not the biggest television screen either, and just stream it that way. It was abysmal dog shit. Both the stream and the movie. And, like, I was kind of hoping the movie would be, like, a fun kind of bad. Like, it's so bad, it's entertaining. No, it's just so bad that it's boring. It's just boringly bad. It's the worst kind of bad. Generally, it's just unappealing in every way possible. Don't give a fuck about the music. Don't give a fuck about the characters and the whole cat heaven or wherever the fuck they're all trying to go to. I hated it. It was generally one of the worst movie experiences I've had in recent times. Volume 8 of Frieren. This is getting into season 2 stuff. Does this have the Frieren meltdown? I'm not exactly sure. No, I don't think so. No, the meltdown's a bit before. I haven't gotten to season 2 of the anime yet. I'm waiting for the dub, but this is, what's his name? I'm trying to find his name. He's one of the guys I was introduced in the Magic, Genu? I forgot how you say his name, but introduced in the Magic, getting the Magic certificate. He was introduced in that. It's kind of a bit more focus on him. His hometown was attacked by demons, very powerful demons. One of these demons is like a snake guy with 4 arms. Looks really cool. Probably my favorite demon by a design standpoint so far. But basically, this volume was mainly all about that, and I do believe, yeah, they do wrap it up in this one with some little extra stories going on after the fact. And, yeah, I'd probably put this in great. I really like this volume. Like, I generally just really love Frieren. We're gonna get a lot of Frieren here, if you can't already tell. But I love the cast for Frieren. I just love all of them. A lot of this shit I can't wait to see animated in Season 2, because usually animes will expand a lot more on scenes than what's in the manga. Something I noticed, like, Spy Family was the whole prince, like, the whole, castle thing. That was, like, a big spectacle in the anime. In the manga, it was kind of just nuttin'. So, I am excited to see a lot of this in Season 2 of the anime. And Shelby Oaks. Ooh, I got a story for this one. So, for those who are not aware, Shelby Oaks is a movie, go figure, that was made by a YouTuber. I don't remember the name of the YouTuber. He was not really one I watched. But what made me interested in it was not the YouTuber part, but what it was based on. So basically there was this YouTube channel, Twitter thing called the Paranormal Paranoids, where it was kind of a mystery type. It was kind of like the Blair Witch. The more that I think about it, the more it, like, oh, this was just the Blair Witch Project, but a more modern take of it, in a way. Where it was basically about this group of 4, the Paranormal Paranoids, who would, like, a YouTube channel in the 2000s, like 2008 or some shit, where they went to haunted spots in Ohio, and kind of like a little channel about that. And the whole story of the Paranormal Paranoids is, the channel's not real, but it was basically, like, this one girl who was rediscovering it and trying to find out what happened, while also getting, like, cryptic things from a person went by, like, Noir or something like that on Twitter. And it was basically that, and I really loved it. I really loved the Paranormal Paranoids, and I was super excited for Shelby Oaks. But because it released in October, I was too busy to go see it in theaters. You'll see this is another thing coming up soon enough. But when I saw it on DVD, I'm like, yes, I'm getting this right away. $15, fuck it, let's go. And I watched it as soon as I could, and I think I'm disappointed, quite honestly. I was very disappointed by it. I think the start is great. The start's a mockumentary style, using the Paranormal Paranoids, and they even got, like, they got some YouTubers, like, took some YouTube videos of people discussing it, one of which was Nightmind. I'm like, holy fucking shit. I think the mockumentary part is the best part of the movie. It is actually amazing. I love it. Like, if the movie was just that the whole time, easily would have been amazing. Would have been probably in the favorites, quite honestly. But then it kind of, it shifts to, like, an actual movie format. And that's kind of where I'm like, because the writing for it kind of stinks. And a lot of it's very, like, cliche tropes that I don't really enjoy, in all honesty. It's a lot of slow burn, but a lot of it's just like, why are you doing this? Because it's mainly, the main characters, like the main woman's sister. I'm trying to remember the names. Mia is the sister's name. I can't remember the main girl right now. It's bugging me now, actually. Riley, and it's mainly just Mia trying to find Riley. The other, 3 Paranormal Paranoids, they're all dead. They got killed pretty brutally. But the setup for it, I think, is amazing. And just, I like Mia. I think Mia's alright, but very quickly she becomes just a normal fucking, like your cliche, fucking survival, like, not really final girl, just a horror movie protagonist, and, like, I don't know. The effects are alright. I think it being a night masks a lot of them, because without it, I think they'll definitely look very, like, whatever. It's not like a big budget movie or anything, so I think it's alright, but just the storytelling I'm not a fan of. And, like, some aspects I do think are solved throughout the movie. like what that monster was that was trying to, that like we see in the last video of the paranormal paranoids before Riley's abducted. A lot of the supernatural aspects we get explanations of what happened to them, but there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of not fully explained. Like, who the fuck was Noir? Was Noir like the old lady or something? Why was there a demon baby? What the fuck? Why was Riley used as, I guess, trigger warning, sex slave for the demon to be spot? What the fuck? What was this movie? And that's kind of where I'm disappointed in it. Like, the paranormal paranoids, I'm gonna kind of separate from Shelby Oaks. Because the paranormal paranoids, I fucking love them. I think that alone was great. It definitely had, like, the best vibe it could. But Shelby Oaks, it had such an amazing start, and then just became a very, like, whatever, cliched film. And I'm kind of just left disappointed. I don't want to say it's not good. Because I really love the opening. I think meh is an alright spot. I am very disappointed by what Shelby Oaks became. And, spoiler alert for the end of the movie. But it turns out, oh, the demon wasn't after, Riley the whole time. It was after Mia. I'm like, whatever. And it ends in such a disappointing way where it seems like Riley will actually survive. But then she gets, like, fucking thrown out a window and then mauled to death by demon dogs. And it's just, I don't know. I do kind of want to give it a rewatch to give it more of a proper idea with lowered expectations, but I was very disappointed by Shelby Oaks. I still love the paranormal paranoids, but Shelby Oaks, very disappointing. And then Toradora. Ooh, I'm gonna have a controversial opinion on this one, I think. So Toradora I always heard as one of the greatest romance rom-com animes out there. One of the best. And I decided to check it out for for one main reason. In that, out of the original writer's work, what was her name? I don't remember who made it. Hold on. Yuyuko Takamiya. Her original works, between, like, her big ones, between Toradora, Golden Time, Evergreen. Last January, I checked out Golden Time. That was the first work I've seen of her. And then by chance, I had the Evergreen manga. And I found out, oh, this is the same person. And I gave that a full read. And since Toradora was the last of her big works that I've not seen, I figured, fuck it, let's wrap this trilogy up and give the anime watch. I've heard nothing but good things about the anime. And, oh boy. I think the first half is great. The first half is a lot of fun. I really like the characters. I think everyone clashes pretty well. I think the glasses guy is probably the one I have, like, the least to say on. But everyone else I liked. I'm trying to remember the name of the characters, because there's one I really love her in it. I cannot remember her name. Toradora characters, Minori. I really love Minori. I think she's fun, she's bombastic, she's a really fun character. And I really like the premise of, Takasu and Taiga, they're trying, like, they both have a crush on the other's best friend. And, like, okay, so these two are agreeing to, like, get the other dating, you know, their other crush. I like the premise, and then, like, they end up liking each other. I really dig it, and the first half is a lot of fun. I really love the first half. But then the second half rolls around, and it's just a big pace killer. I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude? Where, basically, so it's kind of like when it takes the first, like, serious note, I feel, where it's just like, oh, what the hell? And it could probably be seen a bit earlier. Like, the whole thing with Taiga's dad and all that was, like, already kind of rocky, in my opinion. Like, that whole thing was like, I'm not fully in it, but whatever. I'm still watching. I'm enjoying it mostly. a lot of just like, okay, there's a lot of moments here where just explaining shit could have, you know, solved a lot of issues. But then, like, the whole arc following after where, oh, Glasses-kun, he's now very depressed and he's rebelling and shit like that, and like, oh, why is he doing that? And it's because, like, okay, this girl he had a crush on is going to America now, the student council president or whoever the fuck. That's where the anime started to really lose focus for me, because not only is it like a massive tone shift off the bat, this is over a girl we as an audience barely know about. Like, we only got her in a couple scenes. There was nothing hinting at least I didn't catch anything hinting that, okay, this guy likes her. And I already had an idea. That was like a spoiler I kind of already knew about. Like, I knew he had a thing for her. But not once did it really get that across. This is the anime, mind you. I don't know if, like, the manga or light novel or where the fuck it originally was. I'm pretty sure it was a light novel. Kind of, like, was able to expand this out a bit more and, like, fully flesh it out. But in the anime, it felt like it came out of nowhere. And after that, the whole tone of the anime takes, like, a really big shift to where it was a lot of, like a rom-com beforehand. Now it's, like, this whole fucking romantic drama bullshit, and I don't like it. Not only is, like, are the characters feeling a lot more different than before, Taiga is a lot less, you know, I guess tsundere in a way. But Minori is way less, you know, fun, bombastic, where it feels like she's always second-guessing herself. And then this one girl who I haven't mentioned before, Ami, she's a total bitch, but she's self-aware that she's a bitch, and that's what made her fun in the first half. But in the second half, she's like this fucking dropping riddles, like she, like, find my bombs, Batman! Where it's just like, she doesn't speak directly anymore. Which, like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Why are you speaking about, like, oh, you're playing the mommy and the daddy, someone's gonna get hurt? Like, bitch, just be honest. You had no issue with that with this group beforehand. Why did you suddenly take a change? What the fuck is going on? And that's kind of where my where I just started to not really vibe with the anime anymore. Like, I finished it, clearly. But, like, and then, like, fucking... Okay, now Taiga and Ryuji Takatsu, whatever. Okay, now they're gonna fucking run away together because Ryuji got a job. His mom didn't want that. And I love Ryuji's mom. She's fun. She's obviously a very caring mother, even if she's kind of still 21 at heart. And then, like, okay, Taiga's mom also wants her to move now, and it's just, what the fuck? And, like, it just takes such a weird, dramatic shift that I don't think it worked. I think the pacing just took way too much of a 180 for it to properly land. And then it feels like it's supposed to have, like, this sad ending where, okay, Taiga now is, moving with her mom. With, like, just a note to explain it. And, like, I don't feel sad. Like, I like Taiga. I am a fan of the tsundere trope. Somehow I've grown to it. Dear God, what happened to me? But, like, I don't know, I don't feel sad. It's like, oh, she's back at the end, so, I don't know. And then, like, it brings in some of these other characters as, like, side characters. But really, only one I could remember was, like, Haruta, I think his name was. Just because, like, he had speaking roles and a bit more of a unique design beforehand, where the other ones, yeah, they got speaking roles, but fuck, I can't remember anything about them. And again, I think a lot of this probably, I would not be surprised if a lot of this just had more expansions in the original story, but cut out for the anime, and that really hurts the anime overall, in my opinion. I can see why people may love it. This definitely seemed like a gateway for a lot of people, but me looking at it now for the first time, it's good. I'm gonna say it's good. Because I love the first half. I think the first half is great. It's the second half where it's just like, oh boy. Also, I want to point this out. The music, there's one track in it, I do not remember what the fuck it's called, but it has, like, so similar melodies to Doki Doki Lurch Club. And I know DDLC came, like, long after this one, but, like, I was just like, holy shit. What the fuck? that shook me when I first heard it. But, Toradora, overall, it's good, but is extremely flawed. I could see why people may still think it's, like, one of the best, or I could see why people may have it as their favorite. But looking at some, like, watching this now in 2026 and not back in 2009 and seeing so many different animes, I don't know, I don't think it holds up for me. I ultimately do prefer Golden Time, and that's going to be a hot take, like a hot as hell take. I don't know, Golden Time just felt a lot more consistent to me, and just, I overall preferred everything about it. Shin Godzilla. Ooh, I wanted to watch this last year when I was doing all those Godzilla movies, because I always heard Shin was, like, the best Godzilla film. Or at least one of. So I was very interested in watching Shin Godzilla. And I really loved Shin Godzilla. Would I say it's my favorite Godzilla movie? I think I still prefer -1, but Shin Godzilla is one of my favorites. I really love the interpretation of Godzilla in this. I was surprised this is from 2016 originally. This is the 2025 re-release for it. I don't know if there's a difference, like with anything, maybe higher video quality between the two, but I loved it. I saw it was so awesome. So, I really love this iteration of Godzilla where he's a constantly evolving monster to match with humanity. Especially, like, the fucking form that's just rampaging through Tokyo mindlessly while bleeding. Like, there's gushes of blood just reeking out from his gills to show, like, he is in pain. He is suffering and has to quickly do millions of years of evolution just to be able to adapt. I love that. I love this iteration of Godzilla, how he's constantly just evolving to match humanity. And the forms in this is so cool. I love the designs in it. And seeing some of the concept art and the whole idea, like the Evangelion-like ideas of the more biblic, biblic is not the word. Why can I not think of the actual word? Religious tones, I'm gonna go with it. More like a realistic, like biblically accurate angels. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, and how like he splits off to create other identical clones to wreak havoc. There's a video going way more in detail about it. I don't remember the name of the video. If I do, I'll play it on screen, or find it again. But I love Shin Godzilla. I think it's amazing. I like the characters too. I think they all interact fairly well. And like, they're not like -1 tier of human characters, but they're still good. I still like them. The Departed. This is one of those like one of those movies I just see all the time at Goodwill. Like, The Departed is such a common Goodwill DVD. And, I was told it was good. I need water. But I was told it's good, and since it's always there, I figured, fuck it, I'll check it out, and, I didn't care for it. I'm gonna put it in okay, because it's probably a good film, it's just not a film for me. I think that's the best way to... Oh, fuck! Oh, sorry. It's probably like an objectively good film, but not one for me. I couldn't really get invested in anything going on, none of the characters or the story. That, again, this just might not be a me film, and that's probably just why. It's like a 2.5 hour long movie or some shit, so it's on the long side. And just couldn't really keep my focus in it. I don't know. That's just all I got with it. Milk inside of a bag of milk. Inside of a bag of milk. This is good. A very short, simple game. I think I'd be in like 21 minutes. But It's short, it's simple, but really gets across the idea of a mentally scarred girl taking medicine and just having anxiety attacks with public communication and like being traumatized by seeing the death of her father. It's very short, it's simple, but it works really well. I know there's a sequel that expands a lot more on it. I would like to get to it at some point, but Milk Size Bag of Milk, I think it's good. Very simple, very short. Chainsaw Man Rize arc. Another case of just, I really wanted to see it in theaters. Oh, excuse me. But, did not release at an ideal time for me. Being in, I think it released in October, which was a very busy month for me as a Spirit employee. But Chainsaw Man Rize arc, it's favorites. It's probably going to be, like, between these more as time goes on, but right now I'm comfortable with putting it in favorites, personally. So, like, the Rize arc in the manga is already my favorite arc of Chainsaw Man. It's what got me to, like, actually continue reading the manga and getting all caught up at the time and continuing to stay caught up. I absolutely love Rize. I think she's such an interesting character. Definitely one of the most interesting characters in Chainsaw Man. Like, right up there was, like, Denji. Even though Denji, I'd say, easily the most interesting overall. But speaking of Denji, I really like Rize's dynamic with Denji. Where, like, okay, she does actually care about Denji. She really does love this boy. But because of just everything happening around where she is the bomb fiend, or devil. Is it fiend or devil? I'm gonna go with devil. More dedicated Chainsaw Man fans can correct me if they wish, but being the bomb devil and Denji being the chainsaw devil, where they have to fight, Rize has to kill her to get Denji's heart. I love it. I love the dynamic. I love Rize as a character, especially with how it ends with Rize so desperately trying to get back to that cafe to go on that date with Denji. And Denji is just waiting for her until the fucking, the cafe closes for the day. I love it, only to be interrupted by Makima. I fucking love it. And, like, it has that spectacular animation. Like, you have, like, the peak of the Rize arc writing with the absolute cinema of Chainsaw Man's animation. I love how Chainsaw Man's animated, and fuck does it look spectacular in this. You even got the fucking shark fiend, shark devil fucking... You've got Denji riding, Beam like a fucking horse. I love it. I love the whole fight in the Typhoon Devil. That shit's awesome. I love the side stuff going on with Aki and the Angel Devil. I love it. I love, like, I don't know how much more to say. I love this movie. It is spectacular. I love the animation. I love the storytelling. The acting here is also really great. Iris Out is a bop. I don't know if I like it more than Kickback, but, like, I'm comparing peak and cinema, so... I love Chainsaw Man Rize arc. I can't wait for season 2 whenever that releases. And now the Ben 10 binge. This would normally include a classic Ben 10 because I got the Ben 10 collector set that had a shitty release originally and then got re-released, which was kind of smoothed things over somewhat. And since I did watch all of it, but since I included OG Ben 10 last year, I just kind of skipped it for that and just went... I did watch it, but I didn't put it on my media list. But Ben 10 Alien Force. Ooh. Honestly, probably could be an amazing, if not for Season 3. If not for Season 3, it would be an amazing, but with it, I consider it great. For a lot of these shows I'm rewatching that aren't, like, uber long, I am kind of just putting them all together in one. So, yeah, Alien Force is sadly kind of fucked over with that. But the first 2 seasons, I really love. I love the story being told there with the hybrid invasion. It's just season 3 with its tone shift and trying to write Ben more so like how he is in the classic. Which I do think they found their footing with that eventually. Just not with this one, in all honesty. It is great overall, but there are also some issues with, like, the first 2 seasons. One of which is just lighting. A lot of backgrounds are just too dark to really see, which I understand is going for more of a dark and gritty tone than classic. But during night scenes, I want to see what the hell the background is. And it does kind of fix itself with, like, Ultimate Alien. But still. And I also don't like how it's not until Season 3 that we get more aliens introduced. Like, we got to 10, but one of them is not being used at all because it's Alien X. So we really just got the 9. And I really would like it if we had more variety there. Like, not saying 9 aliens ain't variety, but still. I just think what made the new aliens introduced in OG so interesting is it gave us more aliens. I think that's where, like, Reboot partly failed. Because while, yes, it did introduce new aliens, it would always replace a previous alien, so it was still 10. I just don't understand why you would do that. But Alien Force, I think it's great. Ultimate Alien. Good. I think Ultimate Alien's good. Excluding Reboot, it's probably the weakest of the 4. And I know it's coming up here shortly, but we'll get to it when we get to it. But Ultimate Alien, like, when it had a high, it had a high. But it had probably the most lows out of any of the original 4 series. Like, I absolutely despise the fucking episode where Ben splits himself into 3 with Echo to be in 3 different places. Because it's just like, what the fuck? This was the most, like, out-of-character writing for Ben I think the show's had in a long while. Because, like, what the fuck are you doing? Why is it like this? My god. And, like, you don't put the ideal personality with the ideal situation. Like, have the more egotistical Ben at the Sumo Slammers movie, or with Kevin, and have the compassionate Ben at Julie's show. That's the most, like, no-brainer. Oh my god. Aside of that, though, I do like a lot of the new aliens that were introduced. Some of them are very, like, whatever. It is a shame, like, Chameleon barely got used. Like, it had the intro, got used, like, maybe once, and that was it. Which is really lame. Like, it's overall good. It definitely fixed the lighting issue. I do think it kind of found the right tone between Ben having more serious moments and, you know, kind of like classic, more classic style Ben. I just think it was able to find its footing there. And the Ultimate Alien gimmick is pretty alright. Not like the greatest. I don't miss it in Omniverse, but it's an alright gimmick. Overall, it's good. Probably the weakest of the OG4. And then Frieren Volume 9. It takes a bit, or is it straight away? No, we got a little bit beforehand, but this is the Golden City arc. You know, with, what's his name again? I really love the dude. What's his name? With Mach? No, Mach is the Denkin. Denkin. I love Denkin. It is really cool seeing a Denkin story. I love it. But, yeah, no, Volume 9, it was great. I really like the setup for the Golden City arc. I really like, Mach as a demon. He's probably my favorite of the demons introduced so far. Just because I really like his, I don't know, it's not introduced in this volume, is it? I think it is, yeah, where Denkin wants to find a way to coexist with humanity as a demon. Mainly just to find out, like, try to discover that emotion of, oh, what the hell was the emotion again? Like, guilt or remorse. I'm trying to find sorrow, malice. Figure out the feeling of malice. I really like that. Volume 9 is also going to be great. I really love it. I love Frieren so much. Like, I just love it. I love the character. I love the story in this. I just really love everything about Frieren. What's next? Omniverse. Hey, we're there. I'm gonna put this in Amazing. It's my second favorite season of Ben 10. Or not season, series of Ben 10. Iteration, whatever the fuck. The art style, it does kind of take a bit to get used to. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. Some of the alien redesigns, yeah, they are weaker, admittedly, and again, does take a bit to get used to. But outside of that, once you kind of get past all that, it's really good. It's really consistent with the tone it wants, and since it lasts for like 80 episodes, that's a very good thing. But it's very consistent with that. The animation itself isn't bad. Like, I do miss the classic transformations and the classic art style. But still, I like a lot of the characters that were introduced. Rook especially is one, like, he grew on me a lot as time went on. I love Rook. I love, like, there's so much about this that I do really love. I do wish we got more Kevin and Gwen, but I understand. I do think some of the story rewrites are a little weird, like the whole thing regarding Kevin and his powers, as well as the other plumbers. I don't know, none of that really, like, clicked with me personally. But, Ben 10 Omniverse, I definitely think is amazing. It really fucked with relationship stuff. Like, Ultimate Alien itself felt like it really wanted Ben Julie to fail. And I don't understand why. Ben 10 had, like, one good ship with Kevin and Gwen. And I like Ben and Julie together, but fuck, they butchered that for some reason. Like, my god, they hated it. But, besides all that, I really do dig Omniverse. Oh, excuse me. A lot of the new aliens introduced are really solid. Same with a lot of the new villains introduced, like Malware and Kyber. I really like them. Amazing little series there. I'm probably going to get a bit of hate from Ben 10 fans by having that as my second favorite. Cause if Classic was here, it would be in favorites. But Frieren Volume 10. Let's move on. Volume 10 is almost entirely just explaining the dynamic between, like, mainly just the story of Mach and how the Golden City came to be, as well as the relationship between Mach and I said his name, Denkin. Just explaining that whole thing, and I really like it. It's pretty good. I do think it's a bit on the weaker side, but it's still good. Like, weak side of Frieren is still like a 7 out of 10, I'll be real with you. But the art's really good, and then once we move past the whole, like, backstory part, we get some really cool fights between, what's this bitch's name? Not Weiss, or Weiss, Wesselton. What is her name? Solitaire? Solitaire. The A has like the 2 dots over it, so I'm not super sure how you say her name, but the Demon Solitaire, her fight with Stark and Ferd, I think it's cool. The fight between Denkin and Mach, also very cool. Like, this is generally just a really cool volume. I really dig it. It's good. I do think the more backstory focused part is making it a bit weaker, but at the same time, like, it's still good. And hey, volume 11 of Frieren, where it finishes up the Golden City arc. And I really like how it ends. The death of both demons are really cool. I love Frieren just figuring out a counter to the Golden Spell. But also, how Mach ends his story with, what's his name? I think it is, like, Weiss, or that's the city. I don't know, with, the equivalent of the fucking mayor of the city. I really like it. I really like how they interact in their final moments. I'm going to put this in amazing. It also sets up the next volume really well. Speaking of, yeah, volume 12. I really like this one. In Volume 12, it's entirely about how Frieren going back 53 years before the death of Himmel the Hero. So we see how a modern Frieren acts around the other 3 of the original Hero Party. and I love it. I love seeing more of those three characters. I really love all of them. I love Aizen. I love Himmel. I love... Ah, oh, fuck, what's his name? What's the corrupt priest? Why can I not remember the name of the corrupt priest? God damn it. Shit. I don't know. I kind of want to look it up because I'm kind of lazy. Whatever, I'm not gonna bother. But I love all three of them. I love seeing Frieren interact with them. And I love seeing them in action, too, and getting more time with them that's not flashbacks. Probably put this one in great as well. And Courage the Cowardly Dog Season 1. I found a DVD set containing every episode of Courage for like $15 and figured fuck it. Courage will be a bit of a binge for me now, I suppose. But Season 1 of Courage, I think it's good. I've not seen all of Courage, just like a couple of episodes, but yeah, Courage Season 1 I think is good. It definitely sets like the status quo fairly well, like generally the plot structure of Courage, well not plot, but the main structure of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think it sets it really well. You know, it's like how these monsters are, its general tone, its humor. I think it's just a really good setup season for everything. There's 4 seasons. I don't really have much more to say. There's a lot of good jokes, a lot of good monsters. That's kind of all. I like Courage. I like Courage a lot. And then finally, Leo. I think this was also a very good movie. I remember hearing everyone say, like, this was surprisingly good back in, like, 2023. I'm pretty sure it released. But I just never got around to watching it. Recently, I did decide to give it a watch, and I do agree that's good. It's a very funny movie. I like the story with it. There are, like, I'm not a big fan of the whole breakup scene, or whatever the fuck is the equivalent. With all the kids realizing, yeah, Leo's been talking to them, and calling them all special, and that they're the only ones that can hear him. I think it's weird these kids are giving a lizard a phone, but hey, whatever. It's a talking lizard, who cares? Adam Sandler, as this, is just really funny to me. And I like a lot of the jokes, too. I do think it relies a bit too much on reference humor, which can be a double-edged sword, because I do enjoy references. I do enjoy fun references. I do think the stigma against it, at least around the time, was always kind of silly. But at the same time, if it becomes too reliant on references, then yeah, it could work against it. I definitely think that was one of the issues with TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Mainly just because of how to defeat the big bad relied on a reference to Attack on Titan where they don't explain it any part earlier in the movie. So, it really made you ride on references, which, yeah, the parents taking their kids to see this movie, they're not gonna get it, probably, so... But, besides that, I think Leo's very good. It's fun. I love the design of the kindergartners in it, where they're just fucking wide-eyed, never blinking fucking creatures or cretins. I fucking love it. It's very realistic to kindergartners in real life, to where they're just fucking loony. But, yeah, no, Leo's very good. I liked it. And, that's January. Mostly pretty positive. Not the best start was, mainly these, and my criticisms was this. Or it realistically probably be on the lower end, but I'm not ordering them right now. But, January, yeah, no, decent month, media-wise, kind of uneventful otherwise. Yeah, I don't know, I never gave an ending with the, 25 one, but, yeah, I don't really have much more to say, so, peace.